100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map, and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. The greatest of these was made by the scientist Karen Sajet, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
Hey there guys, and welcome to one of my favorite games from way back in the day. This game is called Homeworld. It is a 3D RTS game. For those of you who do not understand what I just said, it is a real-time strategy game that moves in 3 different dimensions: forward, back, left, right, up, and down. As the story has shown, this is I'm playing the single-player version. There is a multiplayer version, however. I'll hopefully show you some of that. But this is just based in space, and the whole story is I'm talking over this. Yes, but there's not much. If you're interested, read the text. But the story here is that I am of the Kushan, and we found 60 years ago we found a piece of technology that allowed us to figure out hyperspace technology. And right now we have just finished, and we are about to test everything. Of course, being a normal type of space adventure game, we have to go through little pre-hyperspace tests and such, which in this kind of case means we have to do a tutorial. So right here is our mothership. Pretty majestic, wouldn't you say? This game, just so you know, I played this game about 10-12 years ago. Very long time. This was actually given to me by an uncle who was too lazy to actually figure it out. I'm hoping to do this probably one chapter at a time. There are a total of like 16 chapters, just 16 stages, and I am hoping to just kind of do this one episode at a time, maybe two if one of them doesn't take very long. I'm sorry, I was actually planning on doing this over the week, but just stuff got in the way, a whole bunch of things. We actually just got finished cementing a shed outside, cementing the floor, and My face is red and burnt, and I am sore. My right arm is currently sore.
Stand by for command line testing.
So yes, this here is a very old game, but it's got some graphics right there. You can see our homeworld, the Kushan homeworld. Little mouse wheel scrolls in and out. Right click turns the camera. Left click lets you select. Clicking the mouse scroller lets you zoom in on the shape you've selected. This is our resource. I'm gonna skip over the I'm just gonna basically speed through the tutorial because I know exactly what's going on. This right here is our resource collector. Very easily put, it collects our resources. Very important for the game. So I need to harvest those asteroids with this. I need to build a research ship. Here's my build menu. Resource collector probe, research ship, solve. This is all I can build right now. I need to build the research ship first. And then I'm gonna build a salvage corvette. This is going to be this let's play. This is not a blind let's play. Okay, we're doing combat trials, but no, this is not a blind let's play. As I said, I played this like 12 years ago. I got up to like chapter 13, and then I just couldn't figure it out anymore. Like long time ago, this is like when you're 10 years old and you're playing one of those Zelda games, and you're just like, I can't figure it out. I'm done. Yeah. Space. Okay, so here's our overworld map. As you can see, I can move all around this plane. However, the real interesting thing about this game is you can actually do a third movement. Holding shift button lets you go up and down. So, let's move these guys over here. So, right now what we're doing is a combat training. All I gotta do is destroy target drones using a formation. We got plenty of formations. I'm gonna show off the 3D again. See, as you can see, it lets you do a pretty good variety of formations. Each unit has the green health bar and then the blue fuel bar. I like to play multiplayer modes with the fuel bar off for these guys. But basically, once my guys run out of fuel, they don't move anymore. Build this salvage corvette. Close this. Go to okay, so here's our research menu. As you can see, we've already gotten through fighter drive. I'm going to research fighter chassis with one research ship. More research ships on one thing, the faster it goes through. In single player, you really only need one research ship because you can spend all the time in the world doing it. Okay, so these guys are done. Also, no, we cannot actually go to this area. Hope you can see our next little targets coming up. These are little... Okay, so we've finished formation. Now we just need to... Next is going to be tactics trial. You got simple tactics. You got evasive, which makes your guys a little bit faster. Neutral, which balances them out, and power, which makes them a little bit stronger, but it's albeit slower. You know. So this is very simple stuff. This is probably going to be this is pretty much just the boring part of the let's play. You know, because it's a tutorial stage. You know, simple as that. So I'll probably post the second one up right after this. So I should let you know I'm going to be pre-recording these because this coming Thursday I'm actually doing a lot of traveling. I'm gonna still try and actually post videos, but I'm gonna pre-record a lot of this stuff just so I can at least get some videos to you like at least somewhat frequently this week. Maybe one video on like Wednesday or one video on Saturday and then another on the next Wednesday. I'll be back the following Monday, so okay. That's done, so I'm gonna dock. Because okay, so docking will put them to the nearest entity that allows them to dock. They'll go to the mothership, they'll dock, and they'll be completely refueled, and they'll revitalize. And this is why I'm building that salvage corvette. We gotta capture this. There's a drone right here. We gotta go capture it. And if you don't build a salvage corvette, it's really slow to do. See, I've already finished. Thing about this is you can actually build stuff regardless of how many resources. Like I could start building a resource collector right now, even though I only have 43 resource units and I need 650. But once it hits the end, it will halt, and you will not be able to build anything anymore. It's one of the things I like about this game is you can line up a really long line of ships regardless of whether you can complete them or not, and then you just let it build. There's also no cap on how many you can put in queue. But there is, of course, a cap on how many you can build total usually. So as you can see, we finished Fire Chassis. This actually opened up Corvette Drive for us. In multiplayer games, this will be opened automatically. It's salvage Corvettes, my favorite unit of the game. What these guys do is they'll have a little bit more varied uses in the single player story just for story's sake, but in multiplayer games, I love these guys. Send a bunch of scouts out to harass enemy units. And what your little scouts that we were using to fight this guy, these little guys, speedy buggers but weak. But you send a bunch of scouts, harass them, distract them, send in a couple of these guys. You can have these guys steal enemy ships. Favorite thing, my favorite tactic is just it decreases their size while building up yours. It is a very fun tactic for me. If you haven't noticed, I'm using Alt to look. These right here, these are cryo trays that actually hold 100,000 people. They're just here for the story. So we have 600,000 people here awaiting light speed, or hyperspace, whatever you call it. So yeah, now all we have to do is wait. And waiting is the boring part of this entire game. Quick little tips and tricks. If you're going to play this game on your own, tips and tricks, on single player, always be sure to harvest out the entire map. There is no going back. So if you didn't get all the resources that were over here and you leave, you will never be getting them again. And in this kind of game where there are no replenishing resources, that is very important. Let's watch this guy. Wee. Whoa. Graphics aren't so amazing, but back then this was crazy good. So yeah.
Mothership.
Okay. Yeah. This right here is just a little docking station for a mothership. This right here is just some debris. I don't even know what that is actually. I'm gonna wait for this to finish up. But as you can see, we're ready for hyperdrive. Hyperspace is actually in multiplayer. It costs, okay, research is done, but it costs a whole lot of resource units. If you have all the spare, it's really fun just to use to get a bunch of your guys behind enemy and just sneak up on them. But since that's all for the tutorial stage, we're going to hyperspace. You can do a quick docking just to instantly dock, and so we go. Next time on Homeworld, we shall be finishing our Teslas, see what the world has in store for us. So until then, goodbye.